At this point in the conversation, we discuss the kidnapped boy in the story, who has the power of wishing and is now a little older, and who now condemns the cook who took him. You old sinner, why did you want to kill me? Now I will pronounce your sentence. You shall become a black poodle. It is kind of funny to think like it's this little boy, like, I'm going to pronounce your sentence. You're a sinner. You shall become a black poodle. We talked about why he's a poodle. We still can't really figure that one out. It's just kind of
Mhm.
funny. But he's a black poodle and have a gold collar around your neck, and you shall eat burning coals till the flames burst forth from your throat. We had talked about how this is kind of an image of a dragon. Dragon can be and it's a chimeric animal. It can be the idea that something is wrong in the kingdom. There's an imbalance. It can be a symbol of greed or something like that. I think it might be more simple here of being kind of just this is an image of hellfire, right? So it's a black poodle. It has to eat coals and then spit out fire. It's this kind of testament in the story to like the damnation of the cook. And again, as we talked about, he's the boy's wishing is primarily for transformation of the story, having to do with justice or deep kind of overall transformations in the whole society, right? So this first one, he's containing the cook who has caused all this mischief and brought out the weakness of the king. And then later he will transform the girl into the carnation, and then the carnation back into the girl in front of the king, and kind of as part of this whole testament to his transformative power of the whole kingdom. Um, yeah, and so the cooks were ordered to bring up some live coals, and these he ate until the flames broke forth from his throat. And the king's son remained there a short while longer, thought of his mother, wondered if she was still alive. At length he said to the maiden, I will go home to my own country. If you will go with me, I will provide for you. Ah, she replied, the way is so long, and what shall I do in a strange land where I am unknown? So here again, she's thinking more about physical safety, just like when she
Mhm.
put the boy under the covers. He's more thinking about transforming the society, setting things right. And she did not seem quite willing, so and as they could not be parted from each other, he wished that she might change into a beautiful pink. So you had framed this earlier in our discussion before the podcast, um, as like him putting his will on her, which it could be it. And so you're saying, and I think that's kind of like an action that a king does, you know. But
Mhm.
you were saying maybe you're waiting for to see the result of that later on or something like that, like putting your will on someone else is kind of a bad thing.
Yeah, but then I thought maybe it's kind of like you were saying, but because the first two wishes were because of other what other people wanted, so
Hmm.
because of what the cook wanted.
Yeah. So maybe
So
this is
now,
his will finally bursting forth that's been suppressed.
yeah, I'm kind of showing that he's probably growing up and becoming a man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's some of it. It's interesting he turns her into a carnation. Carnations were originally flesh colored, the Latin carne, meat. Um, and these are often given on Mother's Day. But there's this sort of femininity to them. They're like a symbol of purity, which is a big theme in this story. And he is possibly protecting her from whatever could befall her in this kingdom when he is away from her. He obviously has this power of wishing that can be very strong in protecting her. They're very, they love each other, and he keeps her close to his person. He keeps her in his pocket, so he's like protecting her as he goes out. But anyway, yeah, this is a turning point in the story. He has contained beauty and, excuse me, contained evil and also contained the beauty of the carnation. So it's interesting. Maybe I shouldn't say contained evil, but he's like controlling evil, right? It's on a collar. Um, And then the next detail is funny. He went away to his own country and the poodle had to run after him. I thought that was funny. Like he's definitely kind of dominating and kind of tormenting this little poodle at this point. It had to run after him, you know. It's like having a hard time kind of keeping up with him. And
And
he went into
I,
the tower in which his mother was confined, and it was so high he wished for a ladder. I think there's some kind of Jacob's ladder or something. I don't know in the Bible. Do you know about that?
mm, like you said, a ladder?
Hmm.
I don't
To go up to
remember.
the tower. But anyway, there's this
Mhm.
image of him sort of, he comes up from the bed and confronts the evil. There's this almost like resurrection, right? Coming up from like a dead position. And then he's going out, and this idea of going out into the world from like the palace. So it's making your way in the world, as you're saying, when he's becoming more mature. And now he's going up, right, to meet with his mother, to meet with like purity and goodness and the original intent that led to his birth when she had wished for him to be born. So he goes up in a ladder, and it's interesting that when he calls to her, beloved mother, Lady Queen, are you still alive or are you dead? So he's calling out and he's trying to find something out. He's curious. He's not willing anything. So he's asking a question. And then the mother actually does not recognize him, which is interesting because this often happens in stories. The boy goes out, he changes, he comes back, he's not recognized by his family. Please like and subscribe for more of our open minded content and comment below on your thoughts or questions about the story. Let us know if you'd like us to cover another stimulating story, and thank you for participating.